For months there was only silence. Voyager 1, older than the Internet itself, had slipped into the void. 15 billion miles from home, its signal vanished. No heartbeat. No code. No pulse. Only a stillness so deep it felt like the universe itself had stopped breathing. Many believed that was the end. That humanity's farthest traveler had gone dark forever, drifting among the stars like an ancient ghost. But then, against all expectation, a faint whisper came back. Not a status ping. Not a diagnostic tone. Something else. Something alive. What Voyager 1 sent home shattered one of humanity's oldest beliefs, the idea that beyond the reach of the sun lies only emptiness. Because space isn't empty. It moves. It pulses. It remembers. When Voyager crossed the edge of the sun's magnetic bubble, the heliopause, it became the first human creation to enter the space between the stars. Most expected silence. Instead, it heard music. A slow, endless hum, a background vibration filling the Milky Way like a heartbeat beneath infinity. Alongside it came waves of pressure, rhythmic and deliberate, like the tides of long-dead suns echoing through time. It was as if the probe had entered an ocean, not of water, but of memory. A sea sculpted by ancient supernovas and the quiet breath of fading worlds. Interstellar space wasn't still. It was alive with invisible storms. And Voyager was our tiny, persistent ship, drifting through eternity's current. Its sensors began to reveal what no telescope could ever see. The magnetometer recorded a twist, a sudden shift between the sun's magnetic field and the one belonging to the galaxy beyond. But it wasn't chaos. It was pattern, order hidden inside darkness. Voyager had stumbled upon a magnetic web, an unseen structure that channels the movement of matter between stars. These strands weren't random, they were the veins of the cosmos. Some deflected radiation. Others guided it, like rivers of energy weaving through the night. Voyager crossed one of these invisible walls, a curtain of force sculpted by the deaths of suns. Particles moving near light speed struck its ancient hull like sand against glass. It wasn't a gentle crossing. It was a jolt, as if it had stepped from one universe into another. For decades, scientists imagined the solar boundary fading softly into the void. Voyager showed them it ends with a frontier. A cosmic border dividing two realms of existence. By late 2023, its transmissions faltered. The voice that had traveled for nearly half a century dissolved into static. But the engineers on Earth refused to give up. After months of investigation, they found the cause, a corrupted memory chip struck by a cosmic ray. So, across 15 billion miles of emptiness, they attempted something nearly impossible. They rewired Voyager's brain. Redirected its code into backup circuits designed half a century ago. Every command took 22 hours to reach the craft, and another 22 for its reply. It was brain surgery through light years. And somehow, it worked. In April 2024, Voyager 1 awakened. Its instruments came alive again, the magnetometer, the plasma wave detector, the cosmic ray counter. Each began to send back not just data, but revelation. What returned wasn't random noise. It was a map, the first living chart of interstellar space. Scientists began tracing its readings, forming a navigation grid built not on stars or planets, but on magnetic walls, plasma rivers, and corridors of radiation. Voyager had drifted through several interstellar clouds, invisible regions of gas and dust, each with its own temperature, pressure, and magnetic fingerprint. Each crossing felt like moving between unseen continents in the dark. Someday, these maps may guide human explorers, not by light, but by the magnetic roads carved through space by time itself. Because what Voyager discovered is more than distance. It is structure. The scaffolding of the universe, the framework upon which stars are born. Voyager 1 is no longer just a spacecraft. It's a witness. A historian drifting through the galaxy, writing the story of creation in plasma and code. We once thought interstellar space was blank, a quiet gap between worlds. But Voyager tells another story. It is turbulent, dynamic, alive. Its instruments record abrupt changes in density, temperature, and magnetic strength, as if each invisible region had its own weather, its own climate. It glides through unseen fogs that bend light, swallow energy, and fade into nothing. Some regions hum with a low tone, vibrations so deep they're felt more than heard, like the galaxy's slow breathing. Others erupt in bursts of static, the crackle of cosmic lightning echoing across eternity. These are not random sounds. They follow rhythm. Pattern. Like notes in a symphony too vast for human understanding. The galaxy breathes, not in seconds, but in eons. Through plasma winds and radiation tides, it exhales slowly into the night. And through it all, Voyager listens. Right now, it sails through the local bubble, a vast, hollow region carved by ancient supernova explosions. Imagine a glowing cavern hundreds of light-years wide, filled with the ashes of 1,000 dead stars. Voyager drifts near its fractured edge, where matter is thin as smoke and magnetic lines twist like molten glass. These are not mere cosmic leftovers. They are the scars of creation, the fingerprints of destruction that gave birth to new suns. And Voyager sails through their ghosts, listening to the echoes of stars that died before Earth was born. Each vibration, each plasma wave is a memory, a message from the universe written in energy and time. The most haunting truth of all? There is no silence out there. The void hums. It sings. It vibrates with energy older than our sun. At first, scientists thought the constant resonance was a glitch, interference from the probe systems. But it wasn't. It was real, the background melody of the interstellar medium itself. Some call it the hum of creation. Others, the heartbeat of the galaxy. Every shift in magnetic field, every pulse of plasma, forms a pattern, a skeleton of existence, a cosmic architecture connecting the stars. Not built of rock or gas, but of radiation and magnetism, threads of invisible energy binding the Milky Way together. The universe, it turns out, has geometry. An unseen design shaping the birth, life, and death of worlds. And one day, this knowledge may guide us, when humanity sails beyond the sun's light, following those magnetic roads between the stars. Even now, Voyager 1 teaches something profound. Space was never empty. It was always listening. Voyager wasn't made to find life or conquer distance. It was made to listen, to ask the quietest question in the loudest place imaginable. Half-deaf, powered by a fading nuclear heart, it still listens. Still whispers. Still sends home echoes of the unknown. Its message is clear. The sun's boundary isn't an ending. It's a beginning. Beyond it lies a living galaxy, sculpted by time, memory, and magnetic fire. Voyager hasn't found fantasy. It has found truth. A truth that humbles us. We live in a fragile bubble surrounded by forces older than life itself. Beyond the sunlight, the universe isn't silent. It sings. Every pulse Voyager sends home is a note in that song, a reminder that the cosmos still speaks, and we have only just begun to listen. Because we were never meant to stop at the edge. We were meant to go farther. To hear deeper. To understand that the stars aren't just lights in the sky, they're voices. And Voyager 1, our small, aging traveler, is still writing the first page of that eternal story. So tonight, when you look up, remember this: 15 billion miles away, a golden record drifts through the dark, carrying our voices, our questions, our hope, and it listens.